I see a lot of YouTubers struggling with the difference between circle gate, square gate, octagonal gate, and the now increasingly rare diamond gate or four-way restrictor gate. And they don't really know what advice to offer their viewers. They don't even really know what they're seeing and feeling themselves when they've got their hands on square gate as opposed to octagonal. People often actually complain that they hate an octagonal gate. They feel it ruins the gameplay. But then I notice they love the Neo Geo Pocket Color joystick, which is an octagonal gate. So they love an octagonal gate when they don't realize the product they're using is octagonal. In general, the bias against the Octagon comes from the preference for the distinctive feeling of pulling off an uppercut in the Street Fighter II games, pulling off a dragon punch, right? And having that motion end with a clear, crisp sense of finality in that bottom right corner, or bottom left if you're facing the other direction, okay? If, however, you have a square gate, that's what this is, that's what's nestled inside the housing of this extremely expensive joystick, from the top right position to the bottom right is a straight line. That's a linear motion for that joystick from the top right to the bottom right. Well, several generations of people now have grown up instead with joysticks that move from the top right to the bottom right in a smooth circular motion. And, like, conceptually, using a D-pad, you probably think of that kind of motion as a smooth circle, even if that's not really what you're doing with your hands. So the Octagon is emerging as a kind of compromise. There are advantages. If you move this to the right, there's nowhere for it to stop. It just runs into a wall, a smooth, flat wall, and it can budge up and down. Whereas in the bottom right corner, any of the corners, right, it comes to a point. The Octagon does give you a little bit of a point in all 8 directions, so you can have a sense of it coming to a stop at the right. I think it's fair to say this is a poor gate, a poor system for Street Fighter II games in that genre. It's better for probably every other genre, and I notice the Evercade Alpha now ships with an octagonal gate built in. What is the future of joysticks for retro gaming? In a parallel universe, we all would have been using a circle gate from day one, and then arcade sticks would have more of the kind of smooth motion we associate with thumbsticks and not this clunky square. But that's not the universe we're living in. For now, the square gate defines the luxury feeling of a real arcade stick.